All right. Are we up and running here? Okay, there we go. All right, guys, we're doing our King of Clubs. We're at level 3 this week. And let's debrief. We got 5 movements. What are they? Good question. Let's pull out my materials here. Okay, so beta level. We're doing a bent arm barbarian squat, double side pendulum, clean to lever press, side swipe, and arm cast pendulum. So let's go through these one by one. Pull this out just so I have it for reference. Okay, so the bent arm barbarian, if you'll recall, in the first level, so from order, our basic squat, okay, holding the bell in order position. Now in our order position, we have hands stacked hand over hand, and we've got it close to the body, elbows tucked in, and we're finding those hip bones, especially when we stand. So if we're using a particularly heavy weight, we want to find that position where we can rest that grip a little bit in between each rep. And that's what those hip bones are for. So we're just going to slide into the hip crest, and we should be able to see over the top of that guy. Now the bent arm barbarian is like a combination cast to squat, and it's going to be very fluid. We're going to go right from the cast into the squat. So I'm going to cast and enter my squat, slight pause. As I'm coming up, I'm going to enter back into that cast. Okay, so that's your bent arm barbarian, elbows slightly bent. Double side pendulum. The pendulum is a swing with a little tuck at the top. So tuck and back out. Tuck and back out. Because it's a double side pendulum, we're sweeping all the way from one side to the other and doing our little pendulum tuck at the other side. So tuck, 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 okay? So that's your double side pendulum. Clean to lever. So with our club bell clean, we started on the floor from a dead stop. We clean to order, and then we're doing our lever press. So we want the tip of the barrel at least at the heels, or in line with our heels, but it'll probably be a little bit further back, and that will depend also on the total length of the club that you're using. So the heavier bells are going to be a bit longer. But we've got it seated behind our heels, so I'm going to pop up. We've got our clean, and then lever press out, bring it back in, and then back down. Okay, so that's our clean to lever press. Then we have our side swipe. So the side swipe, we haven't gotten into the front swipe yet, but the side swipe is going to retain a lot of the components of the side pendulum, the double side pendulum, but we're also adding a cast. So, pendulum tuck, but we're going to move into a cast, and then back out, swing to the opposite side, and cast. Helps if you're not wearing a hat. When you do your cast, we're rotating to the side, yeah? When you do your cast, you're always going to stay on this side, on the side which we would call the front of the body, because my toes are facing this way. So this side of my body is the front of my body. That's where the bell is going to be. You're not going to cross over back here, always in front. And then when we swing across, same thing, always on the front. But when we turn the opposite direction, it's going to be on the opposite shoulder. So you got to be aware of that. And then the final one's going to be our arm cast pendulum, which is pretty well the side swipe from the front position. However, the swipe implies that we're not stopping at order, whereas the arm cast pendulum, we are stopping in order. So let me show you. We've got our standard pendulum. So backswing, pendulum, in, out. But with the arm cast, we're going to stop in order, arm cast, and back out. Don't spend all day there. We're just going to tap and go. Tap and out. Tap and over. Tap and out. Okay? So those are our 5 movements. 90-second sets. At the 45-second mark, we're going to switch our grip position. So let's get that started. Okay, 10-second countdown. Here we go. Follow along. Bent arm barbarian squat. Clean it up into order. Cast into your squat. Cast into your squat. Inhale and exhale. You can have a little bit more rapid breathing if you like. But we just want to make sure that we're matching our inhales and exhales with specific positions. Okay, we're going to switch our grip, which also means that we're switching which shoulder we're going over. So, my left hand, I'm going to be on the left side. So the bottom hand dictates what side you're on. Okay, we're going over that left shoulder. And that's good. We've got a 30-second breather. And we're moving into our double side pendulum, which is one of the more fun movements. I think you're going to enjoy this one. All you tack fit guys, you're like, this isn't about fun. It's okay to have fun. Okay, here we go. Pendulum, opposite side, pendulum. And again, notice that I'm counterbalancing. So as I let that bell drop, I'm leaning in the opposite direction. But then I'm also ready to turn the hips. Turn, turn, turn. And there's that weight shift. If you're using a lighter bell, you're not going to feel the need to weight shift. So don't do it if you don't need to. It'll be unnatural. But if the weight is heavy enough, you're going to feel like you want to, and therefore you should. Otherwise you're going to lose balance, right? We're going to switch our grip. Tuck and out. When we come out of the tuck, we're hitting arm lock. So we gotta lock the arms and then let it fall, with the anchor point being our shoulders from that point. That's good. Set it down. 30-second breather. Loosen up that grip. Moving on to clean to lever. So remember, dead stop every time. We're starting from a dead stop. We're going to clean to order and then lever press out and away. We'll switch our grip at 45. Okay, hand over hand, pop up, clean to order, and press. Back in, back down. Make sure you lock in, lock, lock, and back down. Let's retain control here. Set the head of the barrel down at your heels. Switch your grip. Almost there. That's good. One quick tip on that press, make sure you're keeping your glutes on to lock that pelvis in and to keep you from dumping into your lumbar. When we press out, we shouldn't be leaning back like that. So glutes on to stiffen that hip position. That's that whole crown to coccyx idea. Let's squeeze the glutes so that coccyx pulls under a little bit. Okay, side sway. Order, over, order, and out to the other side. Order, over, order, and out. Now when we do this, we're not gonna actually stop in order. We're gonna go all the way up and over. Switch your grip. Ten seconds. Okay, set it down. Rest for 30. On those side swipes, sometimes it feels like the barrel is coming straight for your face. And you got like no time to correct it if it does. You just gotta take a leap of faith. Okay, arm cast pendulum. So, this is our bilateral movement down the middle, sagittal plane. We are stopping in order on this one. So, swing into order, cast, stop in order, and back into your swing. Switch your grip. Five seconds. And that's good. Okay, so we take a 90-second breather now, and we're going to do a repeat. Okay, so a couple tips. With the cast in particular, so we're in order position, bottom hand, top hand. Bottom hand tells us what side that we're on. Bottom hand, or bottom arm, is the driving arm. So that's the one that you're really driving through and up with to move that bell. The top hand is more of a guiding hand, okay? So on that cast, we're driving with the bottom, but we also want to make, we also want to adhere to basic principles of movement and efficiency. We want to stay linear with the destination that we want to get to. So my position starting here, my destination is here. My elbow shouldn't be lifting out and cocking out to the side like that. Keep that elbow tucked in and stay on the track, right? Your arm's a train, we want to keep it on the track. And it's okay to have a little bit of rotation here and exposing this armpit forward if we need to, or if it feels, I don't know, if it feels more natural. That's okay, and that's what we want. We want to keep that elbow in, stay on the track. All right, so second time through. Starting in 10 seconds. Okay, what are we starting with? Barbarian squat. So, cast and squat. Slight pause, back up. Make sure you're packing shoulders down and back on the cast and as a normal part of your postural positioning. Okay, we are switching our grip and we're going over the opposite shoulder now. Okay, that's good. Start down. Another tip. When you're doing your casts, get out of the habit of moving your head out of the way. It's going to put some of those muscles at end range and restrict your mobility a little bit, because as we use muscle length to pull our head out of the way, we're losing range through the shoulder. And you don't need to do it, right? Side pendulum. Here we go. And tuck. And tuck. Counterbalance. Hit that arm lock. So as you come out, arm lock, let it fall. We're going to switch our grip. Matching that breathing to your movements. 10 seconds. And that's good. Set it down. Do a little chalk on those mitts. Clean to lever press, starting with the head of the barrel at the heels. Okay, here we go. Lock in, lock, 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 and out. Make sure you're squeezing those glutes, so glutes on, and then press. We're going to switch our grip. We want to get the hilt up and then drive down. Okay, that's good. Rest for 30. Side swipes coming up. Remember, on the swipe, we don't stop in order. We're just going all the way over into our cast. Ten seconds. All right, here we go. And remember, we're always staying on the front side with that bell as we cast. So front, in front of the head, towards the toes, yeah? Okay, switching our grip. 10 seconds. And that's good. So down. All right, one more exercise, arm cast pendulum. So that's bilateral and sagittal. So it's our front swing, stopping in order, cast, back in order, back out. 5 seconds. Here we go. Order, cast, order, and out. Lock those glutes in your standing position. Keep your arm on track as you go up. So elbow in, elbow in, elbow in, straight up and down, yep. Elbow in. Switch and grip. Don't dodge with the head. When you dodge with the head and you move the head out of the way, it means that the bell's not on the track, because if it is, you don't have to move your head. So you're just gonna create a compensation if you keep moving your head out of the way. And that's good. All right, guys, that is it for King of Clubs level 3, or beta level would be the proper name. Just to review, that was bent arm barbarian squat, double side pendulum, clean to lever, side swipe, and the front or the arm cast pendulum. Okay, so next week we'll do level 4 and we'll go through all those exercises. Hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for the next one.